The Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' seasons, as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Knights' return team didn't help matters out much there. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
These two teams both coming on a run, playing their best football of the season and hoping to continue on and get into the top 25.
Yeah, it's nice, man, when you get that roll going. You start to create some momentum, create some belief. You know, listen, you're not ranked, but you're earning that respect throughout the season. Palmer, I think now at this point, they're probably going to climb into the rankings, and who knows what they can do.
I agree that both of these teams came in here with a lot of confidence, and they knew that they were going to have to play right down to the wire to pull out this W. And now, for them to win this game in this kind of environment, open up some eyes around the country. It's huge to continue to build that confidence.
So the Colorado Buffaloes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Back to pass, it's Sanders. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on the
all kinds of running room. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to throw. It's Jefferson. Quickly complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Off the play fake on first down, one for throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Buffs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll give it to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Jefferson. Makes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The lone back's got it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coming after him. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a plate.
And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by a field goal over South Alabama. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run, it's Harvey. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to throw, it's Jefferson. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Again, and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. All the way back to the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On the ground, it's Richardson. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On 1st and 10, trying to strike. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Makes his connection. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Stopped after making the catch. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Oh, he makes the catch. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They'll immediately call timeout.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, UCF! The defense with the scoop and score. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Orlando. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
The sure hands, it's Horn. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. The Buffaloes in the hurry up. They'll run it from the gun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Quick strike complete. Open space at the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Colorado! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Give to the back. That keeps... Turning pickup of 5 to the 23.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On the move, it's Harvey. And they try to run inside, and there is no...
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Knights with the 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Jefferson. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back. On
3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Knights line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry up.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are... inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He unleashes a long one. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Buffaloes are on the move.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. He'll try the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Touchdown, Buffs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
He finds his man. They get him down after he makes the catch. And now on second down for this offense.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The back goes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Knights! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt to decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got his man to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead and just a few minutes left. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On second down, wants to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Fires to the middle. And the ball is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Okay, 1-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Snags it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Scanning the field, it's Jefferson. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting...
And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He had no time left, no choice, had to get it done, and he does, and they're a conversion away from a W.
And how about the clock management by this team? Taking all of the clock, scoring late now. All you got to do is finish it. The easy part. Bring out the kicker, knock that PAT through the uprights.
So you take these for granted, do you? This one for the win. And he's got it! The walk-off extra point! It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.